Ben Nichols, a familiar name in Reading, recently celebrated his 99th birthday. He also donated 3.5 acres of land adjacent to an area known as Sledge Woods. The new owners are the Reading Open Land Trust. At the dedication ceremonies of the land transfer at the end of March, we asked a few people to tell us about this trust and how it came into existence.
Ben is certainly one of this town's most important citizens ever.
Hear, hear! Yay!
It is such a tribute to see such a wonderful, large crowd of people who are interested in helping Ben celebrate his 99th birthday and helping us thank him for his gift.
All the Scouts of Troop 702, past and present, know Mr. Nichols, and we all appreciate not only what he's done for Scouting, but what he's done for conservation in Reading as well.
Well, we're here today for three purposes. One is to dedicate this new property, this new piece of conservation land in town. This important 3.6 acres, not only is it great land in its own right, but it ties together two previously existing conservation areas, Sledge Woods and Kirchian Woods. Second, we're here to thank Ben for this amazing gift of 3.6 acres. And finally, we're here to thank Ben for being Ben Nichols. Our town, our community is a much richer place because Ben chose to make this his community as well.
Can't believe it. I can't. I'm speechless.
That's the first time. In the 1960s and 1970s, there was a big push in Massachusetts to acquire land for conservation purposes, and it was backed up with a 2/3 from the state and 1/3 from the cities and towns. Reading's Conservation Commission took full charge of that idea and ran with it, and eventually got the town meeting to buy about 400 acres of mostly wetlands in the northern part of the town, in Cedar Swamp and Bear Meadow in that area. And in the late 1970s, there was an economic decline, and the Finance Committee informed the Conservation Commission that they wouldn't be recommend funding of any more land purchases. At that time, Henry Fieneman and Nancy Anderson were on the Conservation Commission. I believe Nancy was the chairman. Ben Nichols was very active as chairman off and on, and member of the Land Bank Committee and the Town Forest Committee. The three of them met in Nancy's living room and decided it was time for the citizens to step up and form an organization that would be available for individuals who had a parcel of land and wanted to donate it for open space. The trust has, since 1979, acquired 10 properties, including one that was given recently by Ben Nichols in Sledge Woods. They're scattered around the town.
One of the large parcels we have is the Fairbanks Marsh, which is on North Main Street on the right, heading north. It goes about 700 feet from the center of the Ipswich River into Reading. Follows the Ipswich River for quite a distance. It's a very large parcel. In the spring, it's quite a bit underwater. Last May, of course, when there was all that water, it was higher than I'd ever seen it before.
Some of the other major properties are the Goodale Marsh on Haverhill Street, just south of the end of Franklin Street, which was given in honor of Esther Goodale, who donated the funds to buy it.
And, that's a beautiful piece of land. In the summer, it's full of loose strife and very colorful. In the fall, the foliage is just gorgeous in there. There's a lot of maple, and it's really great, great land to look at.
There's a major piece of property on West Street, off West Street, around number 500, I think, that is accessed from West Street, and is a long, narrow piece that goes along the back of Enos Circle out to Woburn.
Yeah, we have a number of other parcels. Many of them are really kind of inaccessible. One up on Bear Hill, about 25,000 square feet. We have there's a bird sanctuary off Evergreen Road, which is behind houses. We do have a right to get into there, but it's not as open and easy to get at as this new parcel here in Sledge Woods. This is beautiful.
The organization's purpose is to acquire and protect open land for in its natural state, and we do encourage the use of our property for recreational purposes that are not particularly active. We don't encourage hunting.
Annually, we go out as a board, and we walk all the lands again and look it over and see how things are and see if there's any work that needs to be done, cleaning up or anything like that.
We are a tax-exempt organization, and donations to us are tax deductible at their market value in accordance with IRS rules. And we do rely on individual citizens sending us contributions for our annual expenses, which tend to run around $3,000 a year. We have no employees. We're all volunteers, and our major expenses are liability insurance and cutting down trees that are threatening to fall on people's houses.
We're not dependent on town funds. We're not dependent on town meeting. We like the fact that we're independent, but we are also great allies of the Conservation Commission, and they're allies of us. We work with them, they work with us. We have so many things in common.
The first president of the Reading Open Land Trust was Henry Feeneman, who served for 10 years and retired when he was 90 years old. The second president of the trust was Benjamin Nichols, who served for 10 years and retired when he was 90 years old. And the third president is Bob Nordstrand, who was told when he was elected that the precedent was that you serve for 10 years or until you're 90 years old, or both, and probably will take the 10 years.
Happy birthday to you!